Have you ever felt slow when you try to speak English? Like everyone around you is speaking so easily, so naturally, and you are still searching for simple words?
Yeah. I know that feeling. It's like you understand a little, but when it's your turn to speak, your mind suddenly becomes empty.
You sit there and think, okay, say something. But first you think in your own language. Then you try to translate it into English.
And while you are still building that sentence in your head, the conversation keeps moving. Someone else speaks, the topic changes, and your moment disappears.
That can feel really frustrating. Almost like you were ready, but not ready enough.
Maybe you've asked yourself, why is this so hard for me? Or maybe even, am I just bad at languages?
I mean, that thought can hurt. It feels personal. It feels like something is wrong with you.
And maybe you feel tired, not just physically tired, but mentally tired. Tired of studying grammar, tired of memorizing vocabulary, tired of trying again and again.
Yeah, and maybe you compare yourself to other learners. You see someone speaking confidently, and you think, they're better than me.
But we don't see their journey. We don't see their mistakes. We only see the result.
Sometimes we forget that learning a language is not just about words. It's about courage. It's about speaking even when you are unsure.
Right? And courage doesn't always feel strong. Sometimes it feels shaky, like your voice is not stable.
Maybe your hands feel a little cold before you speak. Maybe your heart beats a little faster.
That's not weakness. That's your brain stepping outside of its comfort zone.
And you know, when your brain is learning something new, it needs time. It needs repetition. It needs patience.
But in today's world, everything feels fast. Fast videos, fast conversations, fast results.
So when your progress feels slow, you think something is wrong.
But slow is not wrong. Slow is natural.
If you plant a seed today, it doesn't grow tomorrow. It grows quietly, under the soil, where you can't even see it.
Your English is like that. Even when you feel stuck, something is growing.
And maybe what you need is not more pressure. Maybe you need more kindness toward yourself.
You are not behind. You are building something step by step.
In today's episode, we're going to talk about how to think in English. Not perfectly. Not like a native speaker. Just naturally.
Yeah, thinking in English sounds big, but it can start very small.
We'll talk about how to reduce translating in your head. How to feel calmer when you speak. How to build confidence slowly.
And we will take our time. No rush.
Because this space is for slow learners. Careful learners. Thoughtful learners.
If you sometimes feel anxious when speaking English, you're not alone.
If you sometimes feel not good enough, you're not alone.
And if you want a calm place to practice, where mistakes are normal and pauses are welcome, you can subscribe to Boost English.
We are not here to be perfect. We are here to grow.
A little every day.
In a way that feels safe.
So take a slow breath.
Relax your shoulders.
You don't need to prove anything here.
You are learning.
And that is enough.
Okay, let's begin. I'm really happy you're here with us today. Maybe you're listening in your room. Maybe on a bus. Maybe walking outside. Wherever you are. I hope you feel a little more relaxed right now.
Yeah, just take a second and notice your breathing. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just natural. That's how we want your English to feel too. Natural, not forced.
So today we're talking about something many learners worry about. How to think in English. Not translate. Not panic. Just think.
And maybe when you hear think in English, it sounds scary, like something very advanced, something only fluent speakers can do.
But it's not magic. It's just a habit. A mental habit.
Right? When we start learning English, we usually think in our own language first. That's normal. That's how the brain protects us. It uses what feels safe.
Then we translate the sentence into English. Word by word. Slowly.
And sometimes the translation works, but sometimes it feels strange, because languages don't always match perfectly.
Exactly. And when we translate too much, our speaking becomes heavy. Slow. Stressful.
But thinking in English means something simple. It means creating small ideas directly in English, even very small ones.
Like I'm tired. Or it's cold today. Or I need coffee.
Small thoughts, small sentences,
Yeah, we don't need big words. We don't need complex grammar. We just need simple connections in the brain.
and it's okay if your English feels basic. Basic is strong. Basic is clear.
Sometimes learners think, if I use simple English, I sound stupid.
But simple English is powerful. Native speakers use simple sentences every day.
Right. And remember something important. You don't have to understand everything in this episode.
If you understand 70%, that's good. Even 60% is okay.
Your brain is still learning from context, from tone, from repetition.
That's why we repeat ideas here. Not because you're slow, but because repetition helps memory grow stronger.
Learning a language is like training a muscle. If you go to the gym once a month, nothing changes.
But if you train a little every day, slowly, gently, your strength increases.
Yeah. And thinking in English is the same. You don't wake up one day suddenly fluent.
You practice small thoughts, again and again.
Maybe tomorrow morning, instead of thinking in your language, you try one small thought in English.
Just one.
Like, I feel sleepy.
That's enough.
And if your brain goes back to your native language? That's okay too.
Don't fight it aggressively. Just gently bring it back.
Like guiding a child's hand.
Right? Learning needs patience, not anger.
If you tell yourself, I'm so bad at this, your brain feels stress. And stress blocks learning.
But if you say, it's okay, I'm practicing, your brain feels safer.
And a safe brain learns faster.
Also, don't wait to feel ready.
Many learners say, I will think in English when I know more vocabulary.
But vocabulary grows when you use it, not when you wait.
It's kind of funny, right? We wait to be confident before practicing. But confidence comes from practicing.
So today, let's change the goal.
Not I want to speak perfectly.
But I want to think one small sentence in English.
That feels lighter.
And remember, slow is not failure.
If your thoughts are simple, that's okay.
If you pause often, that's okay.
If you forget words, that's okay.
You are building a new mental path.
And new paths take time.
You're not late.
You're not behind.
You're learning in your own rhythm.
And your rhythm is valid.
So in this episode, we're going to explore how to build that habit gently, step by step.
No pressure.
No race.
Just calm practice.
Okay.
Let's continue.
You know, sometimes the hardest part about English is not grammar.
Yeah. It's not vocabulary either.
It's the feeling.
The feeling that you are not good enough.
Maybe you're in a group conversation.
Everyone is speaking English.
Some people speak fast.
Some people use big words.
And you're standing there thinking, I can't talk like that.
I've been there.
You want to say something simple, just one idea.
But your brain starts asking questions.
What if I say it wrong?
What if they don't understand me?
What if they think my English is bad?
And suddenly, speaking feels dangerous.
Right? It's not just language anymore. It's confidence.
Sometimes we compare ourselves without even noticing.
We see someone speaking fluently and think, wow, they're so natural.
But we don't see their past.
We don't see their mistakes.
We don't see the nights they felt embarrassed.
Exactly. We only see the result, not the struggle.
I remember once trying to order coffee in English when I was nervous.
It was such a simple situation,
Just coffee.
but my hands felt cold.
My voice felt small.
I practiced the sentence in my head 3 times.
And when I finally spoke, I changed the word in the middle.
It wasn't perfect.
Yeah, and did something terrible happen?
No,
The person understood me.
they smiled.
They gave me my coffee.
That's it.
Sometimes we imagine big disasters.
But real life is much softer.
People are usually patient.
People want to understand you.
They are not looking for your mistakes.
They are listening for meaning.
And meaning doesn't need perfect grammar.
It just needs courage.
Courage is quiet sometimes.
It's not loud.
It's just saying, okay, I'll try.
Even if your sentence is simple.
Even if your voice shakes a little.
And you know what?
Every time you speak, even badly, your brain learns.
It remembers the experience.
It adjusts.
It grows.
But if you stay silent all the time, your brain doesn't get practice.
It stays in fear mode.
Right. Fear becomes stronger when we avoid things.
But it becomes smaller when we face them gently.
Not aggressively.
Not forcing yourself into big conversations.
Just small moments.
Like saying good morning in English.
Or asking one simple question.
Or thinking one small sentence in your head.
Sometimes we wait for the perfect moment to feel confident.
But confidence comes after action.
Not before.
That's important.
You don't wait to feel brave before speaking.
You speak a little, and then bravery grows.
It's like building a muscle.
First, it feels weak.
But every repetition makes it stronger.
And maybe you're someone who studies a lot.
You watch videos.
You read books.
You write notes.
But when it's time to speak, everything disappears.
That's normal too.
Speaking is a different skill.
It needs practice in real time.
It needs mistakes.
It needs pauses.
You can't think about every grammar rule while talking.
That would be exhausting.
Exactly. Speaking is more like flowing.
Like letting simple words move.
And sometimes you will stop.
Sometimes you will say, what's the word?
And that's okay.
Even native speakers forget words.
They pause.
They change sentences in the middle.
That's human.
Not failure.
So if you've been hard on yourself lately,
Maybe it's time to soften that voice inside.
instead of saying, I'm terrible at speaking,
Try saying, I'm practicing speaking.
that small change matters.
Because language learning is not about being perfect.
It's about being willing.
Willing to try.
Willing to sound simple.
Willing to grow slowly.
And honestly, that's enough.
You don't need to impress anyone.
You just need to express yourself.
Little by little.
And that's what we're doing here together.
Step by step.
Without pressure.
Without comparison.
Just progress.
Slow, real progress.
And that's something you can be proud of. Sometimes I think learning English is like reading a long novel.
Yeah, not a short story. A long one.
You can't understand chapter 10 if you're still on chapter 2.
And that's okay.
Chapter 2 is important.
It builds the story.
It introduces the characters.
It prepares you for what comes later.
If you skip ahead, you might see bigger words, more complex sentences, but you won't feel ready.
Right. And many learners try to jump chapters.
They want advanced vocabulary immediately.
They want to sound fluent next month.
But language doesn't work like that.
It grows in layers.
Like building a house.
First the foundation.
Then the walls.
Then the roof.
If you rush the foundation, the house feels unstable.
And your foundation is simple thinking.
Small sentences,
Basic words.
clear ideas.
That's not boring.
That's strong.
Learning English is also like the seasons.
Sometimes it feels like winter,
Cold.
slow.
Quiet.
You study, but you don't see big results.
You practice, but you still make mistakes.
Feels like nothing is changing.
But under the ground, something is happening.
Roots are growing.
You just can't see them yet.
Exactly.
Progress is not always loud.
Sometimes it's invisible.
And then one day, without warning, you notice something small.
You think a sentence in English automatically.
You understand a joke without translating.
You answer a question without panic.
And you think, oh, that was easier.
That's spring.
That's growth appearing after a quiet season.
But if you stop during winter, you never see spring.
That's why patience matters.
Learning English is also like a river.
It doesn't move fast all the time.
Sometimes it flows slowly.
Sometimes it curves.
Sometimes it hits rocks.
But it keeps moving.
And over time, even slow water shapes stone.
That's powerful.
Your daily 5 minutes of thinking in English might feel small.
But over months, it changes your brain.
Creates new connections.
New habits.
New confidence.
And you don't have to push the river.
You don't have to force it.
You just have to keep flowing.
Even slowly.
Even imperfectly.
And here's something important.
You are not racing anyone.
There is no finish line where someone says, okay, now you are officially good enough.
Language is not a competition.
It's communication.
And communication is human.
Messy.
Warm.
Flexible.
If you speak with a simple sentence like, I feel tired today,
That is real communication.
it doesn't need advanced grammar.
It needs honesty.
Sometimes learners think fluency means never making mistakes.
But fluency is comfort.
Comfort with pauses.
Comfort with small errors.
Comfort with simple words.
When you stop fighting every mistake, speaking becomes lighter.
When you stop comparing your chapter 2 to someone's chapter 15, learning becomes calmer.
Right now, you are exactly where you need to be.
Not ahead.
Not behind.
Just here.
And here is enough.
Think of your English journey like walking a long path.
If you only look at the mountain far away, you feel tired.
But if you look at the next small step, it feels possible.
One word.
One sentence.
One short thought in English.
That's your next step.
You don't need to see the whole path.
You just need to take today's step.
And today's step might be as simple as thinking, I am listening to a podcast.
That counts.
It really does.
So be gentle with yourself.
Your progress may be quiet.
But quiet progress is still progress.
And one day you will look back and realize.
You've come much further than you thought.
So now let's make this very practical. Not big goals. Not dramatic changes. Just small, gentle actions you can start today. Because when we talk about thinking in English, it sounds like something huge. But in reality, it begins with very tiny decisions during your normal day. The goal is not to suddenly stop translating forever. The goal is to slowly reduce it. To slowly train your brain to feel more comfortable creating simple thoughts directly in English.
One easy step is to start your morning differently. When you wake up, before you check your phone, before you open social media, just look around your room and name 5 things in English. Quietly, in your mind. Wall. Window. Door. Blanket. Light. That's it. You don't need full sentences yet. Just words. This small habit begins to connect your real environment with English vocabulary. It teaches your brain that English is not only in books. It's here, in your real life.
After a few days, you can add one small sentence. Very simple. I feel sleepy. It is sunny today. My room is quiet. Keep it short. Keep it easy. The purpose is not to impress anyone. The purpose is to build a new mental reflex. When something happens, your brain slowly starts offering English words without forcing them.
Another micro action you can try is describing your actions during the day. When you are making tea, think, I am making tea. When you are walking outside, think, I am walking to the bus. When you are working, think, I am writing an email. These are basic present continuous sentences. You already know this grammar. Now you are just using it in real life. This repetition builds confidence because it connects knowledge to action.
It's also helpful to choose one small daily situation where you will always think in English. Maybe when you brush your teeth. Maybe when you cook dinner. Maybe when you sit on the bus. Let that moment become your English moment. Even 2 or 3 minutes is enough. The brain loves routine. If you connect English thinking to the same activity every day, it becomes automatic over time.
And here is something very important. When you don't know a word, don't panic. Don't immediately run to translate it. Try to explain it in simple English. If you forget the word refrigerator, you can think, the big machine that keeps food cold. If you forget umbrella, you can think, the thing I use when it rains. This skill is powerful. It keeps your brain inside English. It teaches flexibility instead of fear.
Consistency is more important than intensity. You don't need 1 hour of perfect thinking. You need 5 minutes of honest practice every day. Small, repeated effort changes the brain more effectively than one long study session once a week. Think of it like watering a plant. A little water every day helps it grow. Too much water once in a while doesn't help as much.
And please remember, this practice should feel gentle. If you feel stressed, slow down. The goal is to feel more comfortable in English, not more anxious. If you miss a day, that's okay. Just continue the next day. No guilt. No self-criticism. Learning is a long journey. Small steps are powerful when they are consistent.
You don't need perfect sentences. You don't need perfect pronunciation in your thoughts. You just need repetition. Over time, you will notice something beautiful. One day you will think, I'm hungry, without trying. Or, this movie is interesting, without translating first. And you will realize that your brain is slowly changing.
That change will not feel dramatic. It will feel natural. Quiet. Comfortable.
And that's exactly what we want. Now let's slow down a little and look at some of the words and phrases we use today. Not in a stressful way, just gently, like we're picking up small stones and looking at them one by one. You don't need to memorize everything. Just listen. Let the words feel familiar. Familiarity is the first step to confidence.
The first word is behind. When you say, I feel behind, it means you feel slower than other people. You feel like others are moving forward faster than you. For example, you might say, I feel behind in my English. This feeling is very common. But feeling behind does not mean you are failing. It only means you are comparing your journey to someone else's.
Next is the phrase go blank. When your mind goes blank, it suddenly feels empty. The words disappear. For example, my mind goes blank when I speak in meetings. This happens because of nervousness, not because you are incapable. Stress can block memory. When you relax, your words often come back.
Another important word is translate. To translate means to change words from one language into another. For example, I translate every sentence in my head before I speak. Translation is normal at the beginning. But our goal is to slowly reduce it. Not remove it completely overnight. Just reduce it step by step.
Let's look at the word habit. A habit is something you do regularly, often without thinking. For example, checking my phone in the morning is a habit. Thinking in your native language first is also a habit. And the good news is that habits can change with repetition.
The next word is consistent. If you are consistent, you do something regularly. For example, I practice English for 5 minutes every day. I am consistent. Being consistent is more powerful than being perfect. Perfect once is not strong. Small effort every day is strong.
Now let's talk about progress. Progress means improvement over time. Can be slow, can be small. For example, I can understand more English than last month. That is progress. Progress is not always dramatic. Sometimes it's quiet, but it is still real.
Another phrase we used is step by step. This means slowly, in small stages. For example, I am improving step by step. This phrase is comforting because it reminds us that big goals are reached through small actions.
Let's look at comfortable. When you feel comfortable, you feel relaxed and safe. For example, I want to feel comfortable speaking English. Comfort does not mean zero mistakes. It means you are not afraid of mistakes.
The word confidence is also important. Confidence is the feeling that you can do something. For example, my confidence is growing. Confidence grows from action, not from waiting. The more you try, the more confident you become.
And finally, the word patient. If you are patient, you can wait calmly without getting angry or frustrated. For example, I am patient with my learning. Patience is one of the most important qualities in language learning. Without patience, we give up too quickly.
Notice something. All these words are simple. None of them are very advanced. But they are powerful. These are the kinds of words that help you talk about your feelings, your progress, your experience. And when you can talk about your experience, your English becomes personal. And when English becomes personal, it becomes stronger.
You don't need big, complicated vocabulary to express yourself. You need clear, honest words. And you already know many of them.
If some of these words still feel new, that's okay. Listen to this episode again in a few days. Repetition builds familiarity. Familiarity builds comfort. And comfort builds confidence.
Slowly,
Naturally.
step by step.
Before we finish today, let's take a quiet moment together. Sit back. Take a deep breath. Let your shoulders relax. You've been listening. You've been practicing. And that alone is progress. Even if it feels small, it is real. It counts. It matters.
I know some days feel harder than others. You might still feel slow. You might still feel nervous. That's normal. Everyone learning English feels like this sometimes. It does not mean you're failing. It does not mean you are not improving. It means you are human. And being human means taking small steps, even when it's uncomfortable.
And here's something I want you to remember. Mistakes are not problems. Mistakes are proof that you are trying. Every word you say, every sentence you attempt, every little practice session, these are all signs of growth. Slow progress is still progress. Step by step, day by day, you are building confidence. You are building fluency. You are building calm.
It's okay to go slowly. It's okay if you don't understand everything right now. The goal is not perfection. The goal is consistency. The goal is feeling safe, feeling calm, and feeling capable while you learn. One small action today, just one, can make tomorrow easier. And that small action is enough.
Remember the words we talked about earlier: behind, go blank, translate, habit, consistent, progress, step by step, comfortable, confidence, patient. Keep them in mind. Repeat them quietly. Use them when you talk to yourself or someone else. These words are like gentle tools. Tools that help you feel stronger, calmer, more capable.
And you know, sometimes learning English can feel lonely, but you are not alone. When you listen to this podcast, you are joining a space where slow learning is welcomed. Mistakes are accepted. Growth is celebrated even if quietly. You are part of this community. You are supported. You are understood.
So here's what you can do next, softly, gently. Think of one tiny action you can take today. Speak one English sentence out loud. Repeat one word you learned. Write down a small thought. And if you want, leave a comment to share it. One tiny action becomes another. One tiny action builds momentum. And each step reminds you, you are moving forward.
If this calm, gentle practice has helped you feel a little more confident, a little more relaxed, maybe consider subscribing to Boost English. Press the button softly and return whenever you want a space that is calm, supportive, and non-judgmental. Come back whenever you need encouragement. You are always welcome here.